Hey there, hi, welcome to the channel. I am Garrett, and in this video, we're talking all about some trends, some kitchen trends that are a little bit high maintenance. I know I'm high maintenance too, but there are ways we can get around that, creative ideas we can incorporate into our space, but do them in a way that's a little bit less high on the maintenance. We have got a lot to get through, so let's get into the video. The first trend that is a little bit high maintenance we are talking about is actually marble. Now, I'm a marble lover, and I know a lot of you are too, and marble is a high maintenance stone. However, I'm willing to put in the work to take care of it because I love it, because I have a passion for it. And it's okay if you don't, but if you are like me and you want that, but you do not want the issues or the problems with it, it has to be properly maintained and taken care of. One of those things is to have it sealed on a regular basis. Having your countertops professionally sealed reduces the risk of etching and staining, and it's something you definitely should consider no matter what type of stone countertops you have. Another thing worth considering, if you like the look of marble but you don't like the high maintenance aspect of a polished stone, look for a honed finish. Honed finishes actually come in almost every type of stone surface for countertops, and it's just a matte-like finish, so if you do have some etching or ring marks or something like that on your countertops, you can actually have them honed by a professional company, and you can eliminate some of the obvious etching that they might already have. Marble is definitely something really beautiful, and there's no pretending like it's not a high maintenance stone. But then again, just about every solid surface has some sort of maintenance required. If you're willing to take care of marble like I am, I love that for us. Now, the next high maintenance kitchen trend we're talking about is unlacquered brass. Huge trend, beautiful. I love the way it ages and it patinas. It's gorgeous, but it does have to be maintained and taken care of because it can actually stain your countertops, stain your cabinetry and the stone, whatever it's on, as it patinas. That's something you might not want, and I can understand that. However, the other aspect to unlacquered brass is that at some point it will corrode. That's something brass naturally does. That's something that every metal that patinas over time does. And you don't want that because it could actually lead to damage. So at some point in the life of that unlacquered brass, it has to be polished. And that's okay, and it's not gonna be today or tomorrow. It might not be next year, but it might be 5 years down the line. And then that has to happen on a regular basis. Is that what you want? Are you prepared to take care of it? It's something to think about. I personally, I'm not prepared for that, so I opt for lacquered brass. Lacquered brass has a coating of lacquer applied to it, which stops the oxidization process, meaning you get that polished brass look without the maintenance of polishing it, and I love that for me. If you don't like it, you can also look for some hardware companies that are offering faux-like finishes to their brass that have that pre-aged look, but are lacquered so they don't patina further. Definitely consider the maintenance you are willing to put into the hardware, the faucets, all of that in your kitchen, because having a high maintenance element like that might be okay for you, but then you might want to tone it down somewhere else. Definitely think about the work you are willing to put into your kitchen and whether or not you're willing to polish hardware. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we're talking about is raw or reclaimed unfinished wood. This is very popular because people just like this raw, natural wood finish, this look, the texture they have, and I love that. I think it's gorgeous. However, you cannot scrub and really get in and clean unfinished wood. It's just not doable because the pores in that wood absorb any oil or grease that gets on them. And they can also absorb stains that can't be removed. I like the look of this, and I think if you're prepared to accept the way this will age, you definitely can go for it. For me, in my opinion, I don't want greasy cabinets. I don't want to know about them being dirty. I don't want to think that they are, so I prefer a finished surface, be that sealed and stained wood, or if it's painted. I just like to have that clean surface that's easily wipeable and cleanable, but I do love the look of an unfinished wood product. This is something to consider maybe in another area, maybe in an area away from the cooking surfaces. If you want to do a two-toned kitchen, you could opt for doing the island in this type of wood finish, or maybe you just do the refrigerator surround plus some accent cabinetry somewhere else. Open shelves are great in this finish on the opposite side of a cooking area. I do love this look, and I can definitely understand that people want to pull their spaces back to nature and have more natural and rustic elements. I definitely admire and appreciate that. But think about it. Are you prepared to take care of this unfinished wood in your kitchen space? It's a little bit high maintenance for me and not something I would compromise on. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we are talking about is one you comment about all of the time, and that is stainless steel. I like the look of stainless steel because it's sleek, it has that modern element, it mixes nicely into more traditional spaces, and it has a little bit more of an industrial look. And that's fabulous, but it does show fingerprints, it shows all of the grease marks and the stains and all of that. And hey, it's easy enough to clean, and I love that, that's great, but it has to be cleaned pretty regularly for it to look clean all of the time. And some people are just not prepared for that maintenance. Right now, what we are seeing that is becoming very popular is paneled appliances, which I like what's happening with these today in this age because they actually look like cabinetry, and I think that's great. I also am seeing a lot of vintage style white enameled appliances or custom colors. These are great because it's a very smooth surface that's easily wipeable, and if you opt for white, you're probably not going to see fingerprints as much, but that's also something to think about. Are you prepared to not be able to see the dirt in your kitchen? And at the same time, if you maybe happen to have one of the cutest little blind dogs ever, he might bump his little nose into your stainless steel refrigerator and leave a whole bunch of little nose marks all over it. And I can't be mad at that, can I? Speaking of the most adorable little blind dogs ever, where is the baby? Let's go get him. There he is, everyone's favorite little pup. Albert, do you want to tell everyone that you're not a stuffed animal, that you're a real dog? Yes or no? What was that, Albert? At 17, you can't be expected to do anything? No, I didn't think so. Yes, your only job is being cute and being the channel mascot, huh? Okay, everyone. Well, I am giving Albert these snuggles and kisses. Be sure to take a moment and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification to get notified every time I upload. Isn't that right, Albert? Do you like to make those little nose marks on the stainless steel? You like it or no? He likes it. Oh, yes. You're a cute little pup. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna let you go play with your baby brothers, all right? The next high maintenance kitchen trend we're talking about are the shelves on either side of the oven. People love open shelves, and I, as a collector, love to see my things. And maybe you do too. Love that for us. But having the open shelves near a cooking area is not anything that I am interested in because I don't want to have to clean more dirt, more dust, more grease than is absolutely necessary. And this is a prime place for that to build up. Now, I know some of you are going to say, but you have an exhaust fan and it does this and it does that and it sucks up all the air. That's fabulous and I love that for you. It doesn't mean you're not going to get a grease buildup on those shelves and on whatever is on those shelves. Think about that if you are in the position where you are renovating your kitchen and you're like, everybody wants open shelves, everybody likes this trend. They like it until they have to clean it. So consider putting those open shelves in another area of the kitchen. Yes, they will still get dust. That happens to shelves, it happens to flat surfaces, and it's not something that can be avoided if you want open shelves. But having that grease buildup that you have to scrub off of there can be avoided by having those shelves on the other side of the kitchen, somewhere else. Maybe they're by the sink, maybe they're not near the oven. That's fantastic. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we are talking about is maybe just a pet peeve of mine, and you'll have to tell me what you think about it. And it is the cup pull. These are those kind of half cup little drawer pulls, handles we see on cabinets all of the time. Very popular right now. And personally, I love the look. I think these are gorgeous and beautiful, especially in the brass tones that we are loving right now. Love them. The thing you need to consider about it is that you cannot open that drawer using anything other than your fingertips. You have to put them under the cup and open it. And that's great if you want to prank your kids and put peanut butter inside the handle and get them. Love that for you. But on the other hand, if you have those kids, let's be real. Little kids leave everything covered in a mix that contains about 30% cheese dust and 70% boogers. I'm not here for it. Do not invite me over and be like, Garrett, can you go get this out of the drawer for me? No, it's not for me, and maybe it's for you. Maybe you've got little kids that are leaving all of their goodies everywhere, and that's fantastic, but it is something that has to be cleaned. Versus any other type of drawer pull, you can kind of reach past your fingertips, use the edge of your finger, you can kind of loop it or whatever on it, that you don't have to actually touch it that way. It's something to think about if you are prepared for cleaning the inside of those handles. That's great. Just make sure we do it if we have those handles, because I'm not coming over and opening your cabinets if you have them, honey. I don't know what to tell you about that. I'll stay home and cook in my kitchen. And I love that for me. I love that for you. I will come over and be the guest, but I'm not opening the drawers. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we're talking about is polished faucets. I love a chrome or a brass faucet, and just like the marble, it's something I'm willing to take care of in my kitchen, even though it is a high maintenance element. Why is that? Because it is going to get watermarks and ring marks, and you are going to see everything on it if it's not perfectly polished all of the time. If you are in between cleaning your kitchen, there are going to be water spots on that faucet. It just happens, it's a part of life. These are beautiful though because they're statement faucets, which is why I like it and I'm okay with having a polished faucet. If you are not prepared to take care of it, look for something that's maybe brushed nickel, or even one of the faux aged faucets that look like unlacquered brass or even pewter. That's very pretty, and I like those as well. You can get something that's very decorative, but that is lower maintenance, or that won't show those watermarks quite as often. Something worth considering and thinking about, because a faucet can really be a game changer. If you're looking to change things up and make a little bit of an impact, something, a little renovation that won't cost you a fortune, look at changing a faucet to something that's elegant, something that's beautiful, something that's modern, contemporary, whatever that is, because a faucet gets used all the time. It's an essential element. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we are talking about are glass doors. I love a glass door. I'm obsessed, you know it. I love a traditional, classic, timeless element in a kitchen, but you need to be strategic about where you put glass doors in a kitchen. Glass gets dust on it. It does build up and you can see it. Unlike a flat cabinet door, you're going to see dust on glass because it's a reflective surface. If you have pictures around your house that have glass on them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't even realize it until it's gotten built up. And in a kitchen, not only are you talking about dust, but you're talking about grease, and you're getting the same situation like those open shelves. So having glass doors on cabinetry near an oven or cooking surface may not be ideal. However, I am that person that is like, if you have the space for it, put in an entire wall of glass. I love a glass partition. I think it's elegant and beautiful, but it is a high maintenance element. So think about whether or not you're prepared to take care of that. But glass in a kitchen can be very elegant. It is very timeless, and I don't foresee it becoming dated ever. I specifically love these kind of glass cabinets. They're like the China cabinet, Lauder style pantry, whatever, that people have, and they display all of their china. Yes, I am envious, and I wish I had it in my home, but am I prepared to take care of all of that glass? Do I have the space for it? Maybe, maybe not. We'll work on that when the kitchen makeover happens. The next kitchen trend we're talking about that is a little bit high maintenance is actually the textured or shiny backsplash. Backsplashes are a great accent in a kitchen, and a lot of people right now are using full slabs of stone, and that's beautiful if it's in your budget, and it might not be, that's okay. But think about what other material you are going to use. Something that has a lot of texture is not going to necessarily be the easiest thing to clean. With that said, something that is shiny also will show a lot more of the dirt, will show a lot more of the kind of smudges or marks or whatever you get splashed on it, and will have to be cleaned more often. There's a happy medium between having something that is shiny or reflective and having something that's textured. A honed stone, something flat or matte with a smooth finish, is going to hide a little bit more of that in between you cleaning the kitchen, but will still be easy enough to clean. Something else worth considering is reducing the grout lines you have. The more of the grout line you have, the less of the tile you have, and the more of hard surface to clean you also have. Grout is not really easy to scrub or clean, and it's something that takes a lot of effort. You don't want to have any more of that than is necessary. think about your backsplash and steer clear of some of these trends like reclaimed wood on backsplashes or mirrors, even if they're aged and they're beautiful. I love that, and I love the aesthetics in the moment and the pictures. I'm gonna look at them in magazines and take the time I saved from having to clean them to do that. I don't wanna have something that's super high maintenance on my backsplash because that is an area that's used and it's there to prevent damage to drywall, meaning that's a high usage area. You don't want to have something that's extra high maintenance on an extra high use area. In my opinion, it's just not worth the time. The next high maintenance kitchen trend we are talking about is the one that you all comment about the most, and that is the all white kitchen. Now, this was a very big trend for a very long time. It is definitely something that's timeless and classic, and I do love, but a white kitchen is going to show everything. Unless all of the stains and mess you make are white, which I don't know about that. Pasta sauce is not white, so whatever. The white kitchen is going to show everything, and some people are just over the white kitchen because everybody did it. We saw a lot of it for a very long time, and that's just because a white kitchen is classic. Some people have moved on from that, and we like to see tonal kitchens. We like to see wood kitchens, just some visual interest in a space that you use often. Now, I love a white kitchen, and I may or may not be planning on putting a white kitchen into my home when I redo mine, because I've always wanted one and I always have loved them, and it's maybe time for that. Or maybe I'll paint the kitchen. Maybe I'll do a unique countertop or something interesting. Take the time and consider whether you are prepared to care for a white kitchen, because they show more dirt. They have to be cleaned more often. Although with that said, you should be cleaning your kitchen on a regular basis anyway, not the point. But a white kitchen is going to show more. And that's including scuffs and dirt and stains and chips and nicks in the cabinetry. It's something to consider whether or not a white kitchen is for you. Maybe you're just over it and you don't want that, or maybe the maintenance is just not there for you. A white kitchen's gorgeous and beautiful, and if you have one, I love that for you. But if you are not prepared for it, and if you have gotten away from it, share with me the reasons why in the comment section down below, because I want to hear from you. Well, there you have it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below and give this video a like. Share with me what is one high maintenance kitchen element, trend, idea that you had that you have gotten rid of because it was just too much work for you and you are not prepared for it. You would never do it again, even though it was fabulous. Share with me. I also know that you know someone that they are embarking on a kitchen renovation and you don't want to have to go over to your friend's house and listen to them complain about the kitchen or hang out while they're cleaning everything. It's not the vibe. Share this video with them because friends help friends. And I will see you in the next one.